Good evening, precious one. Good evening once again. Welcome to a new week, a week of leadership. And so this week on 360 Seconds with LD Judge Kobina Ofori, we want to speak about understanding significance. That is placing value on people. Placing value on people. So many a times we as leaders or in leadership, one of the key moments of leadership or one of the key ingredients of leadership is to know that the people around you or the people you are working or leading are people of value. So you have to place value on them. So today being introduction, I will just take you through what it means that someone is a person of value in the context on the eye of the law. This is Ghana, so I will use more example of Ghana Constitution. Just give you an introduction of what it means that someone is a person of value, or what it means that a person has dignity. So value simply means, or significance means something of importance. And value means that something that has great respect or something that has great value. You use the name value again. It's of great importance. Okay, so when you say this is of value, it means that there's a great importance. We don't joke with it because it has a lot of importance or significance. Okay. One thing you have to also understand is that when you are talking about value, we connect it with dignity. Dignity here lies in the aspect that someone has life. Someone has life. I want to read something to you that every person on this earth has an inherent dignity in them. What it means is that everybody that you see on the street, is a person of value because they have dignity. The dignity is their life. The dignity is their life. The dignity is what makes them a person. Whether the person is mad, sick, as long as the person is not dead, the person is someone of value. So the person can be mad, the person can be underprivileged, disabled, whatever category you can give to the person. As long as the person has life, the person has life in them. The person has life in them. That person is a person of value because there is dignity attached to him. As long as you have life, you can breathe, you can live, you can walk, you are alive, your eyes can see, or you are alive, you have the breath of life in you. You are a person of dignity. That is how we define value. Without the dignity, you are not a person. Without the life in you, you're not a person. So the dignity is what makes you a person. That makes you valuable. The dignity is what makes you human. The dignity is what makes you human. The dignity here is the life in you that makes you human. Your dignity is your value. And you see, this dignity needs to be protected and needs to be respected. Without dignity, without the life, without you being recognized as a human being, we can't place value on you. But what makes you recognized as a human being, as a person of dignity, that needs us to put value on you is because you are alive. You have life in you. That is why in the eyes of the law, we say that everybody has the right to life. The right to life simply means that you cannot take the person's life from him. And you as an individual, you cannot take your life from yourself. You cannot take your own life. That is why in most countries or jurisdictions, suicide is a attempt to suicide is a criminal offense. That when you attempt to commit suicide and you fail, the law will detain you, not because you consider as a thief or something, but to detain you so that you don't get a chance to commit a suicide again. Okay, and so according to there is a document called UDHR, that is Universal Declaration of Human Rights under the UN Charter, and that talks about human rights. So when you go to Article 15, okay, when you go to Article 1 to 4 of the UDHR, it talks about the right to life, right, freedom from torture, from any unfair treatment. So anything that takes your human dignity away, the UDHR frowns upon it because it's likely to take your life away from you. It's a threat to your dignity. Your dignity needs to be protected, needs to be respected. When the dignity of a person is respected, when the dignity of a person is protected, that is how we say you have placed value on people. So no matter what the person is going through in life, everybody in this world has a dignity that makes him human. And that dignity needs to be respected, needs to be protected. If not, you are not placing value on people. Today we are just doing an introduction, so we will look at what it means to place value on people as time goes on within this week from now to Friday, God willing. When you go to the Constitution, in the Ghana Constitution 1992, in Article 15, which is also in Chapter 5 of the Constitution, you realize that it's talking about respect for human dignity. Respect for human dignity. So you don't subject somebody to torture, to any unlawful treatment or punishment that is likely to take the life of the person. Why? Because every human has dignity, and that dignity needs to be respected. Not placing value on people is like taking their right to life from them, legally speaking. So today we want to let you know that every human has dignity, and that dignity is what makes them what? Persons or human beings. And because of that, we need to protect, we need to respect that dignity. That is what it means by what? Placing value on people. Without this, you are not placing value on people. And so today's episode, we want to say that place value on people. Basically, this introduction, in the eyes of the law, every person is what? Is a valuable what? Asset. Why? Because they have dignity. And that dignity needs to be protected, needs to be respected. If this is what the law sees, what about God? Then God says beyond even that everybody is a valuable creature that has been created by God. So you need to respect people. So as a leader, have this at the back of your mind, that everybody you meet is a person of dignity, is a person of value. So I need to place value on them. So join me tomorrow, same time, bringing you the podcast where you will understand what it means to be, what significance means, and how people needs to practice the law of significance as a leader, so that we can place value on people. My name remains LD George Kobina Ofori. This is 360 Seconds with George Kobina Ofori. I would like you to share, like, comment, ask questions about leadership, and let's take it from there. God bless you so much. See you next